Okay guys, welcome back to another video. I'm just at home again for this one, but I thought I'd just run you guys through how I camp in my swag. So this is my swag. It's one of the King's Big Daddy Deluxes. I've had this one for 2.5 years now. So it's gotten a fair bit of good use. It's a little bit rusted because I use it a lot down at the beach. So originally when I got this, I got it because I didn't know how long I had with my sight. I still don't know. And it's easy, I can set it up in the dark without looking. So that's a really good bonus for me to use a swag. So I've been using this for a little while. When you're using this without a ground sheet and without a cover, when it rains, you get wet inside if you open up the flaps, like the doors, which I'll show you. And if you don't have a ground sheet, you get all the sand and all the other stuff you're walking on inside, which makes it uncomfortable. It's not super unpleasant, but I'd rather not have sand or gravel in my bed. So little box here on top. This little one, this is just a little ground sheet 3x3 that I bought from Aldi. So it's 3x3 meters. So I've got that, and that makes it really good. I'll often put a tarp on top of there, up until I got my new Alton tarp, which I now use with this as well. I'll set it up on some poles or in between some trees. Provides great shade for this. But up until then, I was just using some cheap blue plastic tarps. They worked for a few trips and then they would perish, but they were only $12 or less, so pretty cheap to get away with. For Christmas, my brother was really nice. Got me these two stretchers which zip together to make a queen size stretcher, which the swag sits on top of, which is awesome. So I now take when I'm camping out of a car and we've got enough room, I'll take the swag, the stretchers, the ground sheet, and I'll set up the tarp. And I'll have like a Taj Mahal set up that you guys will get to see me set up now. And then I'm often packing in my large duffel bag that's on the website. Great for packing for camping in, great for trips. Holds plenty of gear. That's not even got any clothes in it, and it's not even full. There's plenty of air and stuff in there. I've got a full-size pillow. So this is my tarp. Oh, sorry, not tarp, ground sheet. It's just like a shade cloth material. And this one's plenty big enough to set up my stretchers and swag on. So obviously when I'm first setting up, I'll set up my ground sheet. Next up, I'll set up the stretchers. So these stretchers have just got a couple of Velcros that come undone, and then they fold out. This is the lift. So when I'm setting up these stretchers, I need to be careful because this side goes into a knob. It's got a short part, so that goes towards the zip. Because if I put this end towards the zip, I can't get them zipped together. So that goes up this end, feeds through the loop, and slides over two little knobs. And that keeps it all out. And then do the same down this end. So again, gotta be careful with where these knobs go in. Slide those through. The cool part about this pair of stretchers is I get them close enough and there's actually a zip that runs just about the entire length of the stretchers in the centre, and now they're zipped together. So now I'll just get some of the sand out of this. So now we have a double-sized or queen-size stretcher. I think it's a double-sized stretcher, but these are rated to 200 kilos a side. This is the Wanderer Extreme Tourer, I believe. I can't remember now. I believe you can get this stretcher set up from BCF. So in the future I might just do a trip where I take a stretcher, put the tarp over and put a bug net on, and that might be what I do for that trip. But for most trips, especially now it's coming into winter here, I have a swag. So now my swag goes out, and I set that on top. Makes it really comfortable. So I believe the last time I used this entire setup was camping at Tiwa about a month ago, or just over a month ago. Poles go out. So I find the swags are real easy for me to set up. And they're really hot to sleep in summer. But in winter, they're great. So I've just got these plastic clips that go over the end. So that's one end done. Get this into hooked in. So now once we get both ends hooked in, we've got a centre pole. Goes in these brass loops. And I find this easier to do when I unzip the swag a bit so I can kneel inside. And then I hook over the top loops. undo it out, and then I set it out. And that's basically how it sets up. So from there, so in the basic form of how I use this combo, this is how I set it up. There's a little, like an annex thing I'll show you guys at either end. And then obviously I put my tarp over the top to keep the weather out. I'm under a roof at the moment and it's a sunny day, so I don't need to do that. But yeah, from there, you can go through and set up the inside of your bag, inside of your swag. So I got my pillow. Some of that really light sleeping bag I've got. I've still got this from the last trip I did, which was last weekend. This was just quick and easy to grab. For the time being, I'll have this in here, but as soon as we're done with this video, I'll be changing over to my -15 rated bag, which is much bigger. So, because I'm just the one person in this swag, I find it easy to put my gear bag just over the other side, and it's no problem. Otherwise, what I can do with my gear bag, now that I've got these stretchers, is I can put my gear bag under the stretchers out of the way. Then I could have two people in here. I'll just get this sleeping bag out so you guys can have a look at what it looks like with my sleeping bag in here. Nice and easy. And if you're out swimming for the day, obviously you have your bug net closed, but then you might hang your towel on the outside so you can grab it. Or if it's really cold at night, you might just put your towel over the top, get that little bit of extra insulation. You have plenty of room in this bag as well. So those annexes, if I just take you off the tripod, here we are. So these annexes are what I'm talking about. There's a little piece and I can peg this out, and then I've got a little vent in both ends that opens up, and I can just have breeze through, or I can do them up as they're kind of done now. Stop some of the water getting in. Yeah, so this stretcher system, as you guys can probably see there, is about the same size as my swag. And there's a little bit of room in that swag bag at times to pack some extra stuff in. I've got my chair there that can sometimes go in there. But there's plenty of space inside this one. Yeah. So if I put you guys back over here, put a quick connect in. I like having a quick connect on my tripods. Makes it so much easier. But yeah, so now I can sleep in this. This is that vent I was talking about. Open that right up, get a breeze through, or if it's cold in winter, you just zip it all the way up again, and it forms a solid wall. So these get really warm in summer and not as cold in winter. So end of the month, I'll be going down with the family. We'll be going down to Sundowner National Park, which is down on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. At the current time, what I've been seeing is it's been getting down to about 4 or 5 during the night time. So that's the kind of temperatures I'm expecting. I'll put in my nice winter sleeping bag. I'll take this, I'll take the stretchers. You guys will probably see that in the video. But yeah, that'll be an exciting trip coming up soon. And I'll find some other stuff that we can do in the meantime. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.